Welcome back, robots. It is me, Maria, your lovely host, along with...
Hi.
Jonathan.
I'm here.
We are here. We're here to talk Mega Man. And today's episode is...
Oh, me. Episode 24, Brobots.
See? The name of the episode.
You know, the first thing we see, like, there's a parade, but who cares? Because like it shows all the main characters inside. Mm-hmm. And then Mega Man's like, look at this, and the way the camera's situated, it's just Mega Man's butt, like, in focus.
Oh, man, I didn't even notice that. Like, all I remember, I think I might have blinked or looked away. But, I just like how the beginning of this episode just, you know, starts off with, like, hey, there's this guy running for, governor, right?
Yeah, he's running for governor.
And it was just like, politics in my cartoons?
I don't know, that's an important position.
It is.
But at least it's relevant to the episode.
Yeah, well, my little kid brain was just like, I don't care, I just want to see Mega Man.
I mean, stuff starts blowing up, like, immediately, so you're pretty good there.
So, you know, it won't be for long, but, so, Cutman, I want to say Cutsman. Cutman and Gutsman, Gutsman, come in and they come in on 2 tanks.
Hold on, we gotta go to where the tanks were. They were inside of parade floats.
Oh, yeah.
And then they just wiener their way out.
Yes, you painted that picture beautifully because the first shot that you see of Cutman with his tank is like Cutman, and then this like
he's rocking out with his tank out. If you know what I mean.
It's just kind of
even the first shot of Gutsman, because it's like it's like just a straightforward shot, and it's just looking you right in the eye.
It's weird. it's a weird spot to be in.
Yeah, but you know they knew what they were doing, and so did Proto Man, because he shows up and he's like, "Yo, I'm saving the day," and he just starts killing everybody else, and Mega Man's like, "What the heck?" So Proto Man's like, "Yo, follow what I'm doing." Mega Man's like, alright.
Like, I don't get it, but okay, because, you know, people are in danger.
Yeah, and it was a good option. He took both of them took the ropes that were holding, like, the parade balloons.
I like that. Like, he's like, follow my lead.
They tied him around the tank with Cutman and Gutsman on him, and then...
he just floated
the tanks away. And then Proto Man's like, yo, check out the fireworks!
And then he just shoots it. Like,
blows them up.
Like, Mega Man's face is just like, oh my god! Like,
mm-hmm.
you know, you don't have to do that, you know, sort of thing. And then there's this shot of, like, Governor Deacon, right?
Hold on.
Is that his name?
He's running for governor.
Oh,
he's not governor
he's
yet.
He's running. Governor candidate Deacon. Like, you see a shot of you know, everybody, yay, and then it goes to him, and, like, for some reason he has these, like, huge Bratz doll eyes. Like, oh my god. It was very creepy.
Why'd you put that image in my head?
It was creepy and weird.
Yeah.
Just, it was very strange.
Yeah, but, Mega Man is, like, really suspicious of Proto Man's like, yo, why you helping? And everyone else is just like, yo, Proto Man, welcome to the good side.
Yay.
And Mega Man's just like, I don't know.
I too was skeptical. I was like, this can't be good.
Well, you should have been skeptical, because literally the next scene, Wily's like, good, he's infiltrating them. Like, it worked. Like, there's like no mystery.
Yeah, no mystery. Which I think it might have been a little bit better if there was. But,
oh, for sure.
But I mean, it does. We'll talk more about the episode. It gets, you know, it pulls at you.
Yeah, but the next scene, like, Wily's attacking again, and it's Elecman, Heatman, and Needleman. So we get to see a couple new ones.
And they all
at least as far as what we've seen.
They all look pretty.
Heat and Needle look just like the game art.
Do they really? Like, I know Heatman.
Like, they look, because they don't have the muscles or anything. They got the big googly eyes. You know, they didn't get the Ruby Spears treatment.
I don't know. I felt like they fit because it was original, but at the same time, I didn't feel like they fit. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like everything, like Cutman is stylized and
Yeah, like Cutman's
Gutsman.
kind of like right in the middle because he's got bigger eyes, but they're
Yeah.
not that big.
yeah.
You know, so he's kind of right in the middle, but
And like Electman is okay because you know he's Ruby Spears.
yeah, he is.
He's rubitized.
He's as intended in the show,
but
which is muscles and a guy.
But the other two just kind of felt like, oh look, here's two things from a different cartoon. We didn't, we tried to follow the game more accurately.
Yeah, I think it might have just been a time constraint thing.
Yeah,
it's like, oh
and
man.
they just drew them how they show up, right?
Yeah, it's just like they look like this. That's good enough. You know, we don't need to redo them. But then Proto Man dives in, and then like Needle Man shoots at him, and he's like, "Idiot, I'm on your side." But he's like, I gotta make it look convincing, so he opens up the little booby on his chest and just like rips out all the wires,
Yeah,
and
it
just
was like
kills him.
It was just like, oh my god, Proto Man, what the? It's crazy.
And then he also knocked Heat and Elec into the fountain, right? Was that this part?
So he knocked I think Mega Man knocked Electman and Heat Man into the fountain, and then he knocked like Proto Man knocks Needle Man, and then they all get like shocked, like, oh, that's hardcore, you know. Proto Man goes hard.
Yeah, I mean, gotta make it look real.
Jeez.
But then Mega Man and Proto Man get a moment alone, and we've talked about it before. It's the Veronica Mars scene, and it's literally the reason that I wanted to do this episode with just you and me.
Veronica Mars.
You know, Veronica Mars is a television show, right?
But she's written so real.
If you haven't seen Lack of Social Awareness Mega Man, there'll be
There'll be a link
in
on
the
the bottom.
description. Yeah, but
it's funny.
finish this video first, and then watch this video again.
Yes.
And then go check that one out.
Yes.
But no, seriously, it's like one of my favorite Mega Man videos because it's so dumb and it's so good, and it's footage from this episode.
But anyway, so they're in this park, and Mega Man or Proto Man says something to Mega Man.
They're just being buddy.
Yeah, they're just laughing and hugging and I don't know what, and Proto Man's like, don't you feel glad about me being your brother or something?
Well, hold on.
that?
Before that, he reaches around and Wily gave him this scrambler chip, and he placed it on Mega Man's ear thing, a little circle on the side, and he puts it in there, and then it like blends into, I guess it disguises itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just supposed to mess Mega Man up. We see that later. But they're like, oh, ha ha ha, and then Mega Man jumps up. He's like, oh man, I didn't even pay attention to what I was doing. You're not a good guy. I shouldn't be palling around with you. He's like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm cool now. I'm trying.
Yeah.
And he's like, you better be.
But then he says something like, aren't you glad I'm, He
was like, Mega Man was like, I've always wanted to have a real brother relationship with you.
Yeah, and then like the most sincerest like delivery of lines comes out from Proto Man, like, oh really? Like seriously? I mean, not those exact words, but pretty much so like
it took him aback.
Yeah, like he's like, wait, what? Like, did I just hear that?
Mm-hmm. Then suddenly Bright Man.
Yeah, suddenly Bright Man, because we're in some sort of. So does it say where they go? They just go to some laboratory, right?
It was just somewhere.
Yeah, just somewhere.
But yeah, Bright Man shows up, and then Mega Man literally starts overheating to the point where he catches fire, and he catches Rush on fire too.
Yes,
I guess he was just close. Yeah, I guess he was just close enough.
Yeah, close proximity.
So he's just there like.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Yeah, he's just like dying, and then
it looks really bad. Like, oh my god.
So pretty much, the bad guys have it won, but Proto Man is like, it's hard to tell if he's doing this part on his own, or if it's part of still trying to look the part of being a good guy.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, because he's in a sewer and he breaks a pipe, so it shoots up through the manhole,
and he's like, "Hold on, brother,"
and it cools Mega Man off, and then he shoots some like warning shots at Bright Man, and then he runs away. He's like, "That's the first bright thing you've done all day." You gotta have the proto puns.
Yep.
And Yeah, Brightman runs away. We don't see him again for a while.
And then Mega Man, goes back to Dr. Light's lab, and Proto Man's there, and Deacon just is like, Proto Man, I want to make you my security.
Like the head of security. Yeah, because it's like his election thing is that night or something.
Yeah, and so he's like, sure, and then Mega Man's like, oh, I should be there too, and Light's like, no, you should, you need to rest, and we can, Roll exclaims like, oh, I can. Rush and I can handle things, and then they go out, and
Mega Man's just laying on the table.
Mega Man's just laying on the table, and there's a switch at it, and like you see the little TV in the background, and he's like, "Well, at least I can watch the news and keep an eye on things." And then immediately you see a shot of Cutman and Gutsman like in these like
they're wearing security guards, like, just the shirts,
and he's like, "I don't like what I see," like immediately.
First thing on the TV. Oh man, it was so funny just because they're wearing these nice button-up shirts, and then they're just also Cutman and Gutsman, like everywhere else.
Just immediate. I don't like what I see.
Yeah, but Mega Man has a flying suit. That's the suit of the episode, as we've discussed before. Season 2 has a lot of suits. Probably going to be action figures, but it never came to be.
Yeah, I really wish they did.
I know, this one's really cool.
If I had known that there were like toy figures of that, I probably would have.
I had a few of them.
But, my parents we never went to toy stores or anything like that, so we was just stay at home.
But, the flying suit, it's kind of like the Falcon armor from X5. It's got wings that come out of the back. The color's way off. Yeah. Because the Falcon armor's white, but this is it was like gray, wasn't it?
It was like purple.
It was like a purpley gray. Yeah.
Purple chest and then like white wings and. It looked really cool.
He had a missile sticking out of his buster.
Like just because.
Never uses the missile in the episode.
Never.
There might
Missed
be
opportunity.
there might be another episode with the flying suit. We're recording these out of order, so maybe there's an earlier episode where he uses it. I don't know, but he just got a missile sticking out for just in case.
And that scrambler is just like really messing him up. Like
he keeps falling out of the sky.
Like the way he's acting, it's like vertigo for him. Like it looks like he's just really dizzy, and he's like he can't control his flight pattern. Like he almost like crashes through a building, and then like he
catches himself at the last minute
and like goes straight up instead of like through the window, where this lady's like eating dinner with somebody.
She was having an affair.
Oh my god.
He should have stopped it.
Oh god, that's terrible.
But
what are we doing tonight?
Wily's whole plan is that he's replacing Deacon and other officials with like robot doubles, so he can control like the city and the state from behind the scenes.
Yes.
Because they're gonna listen to him. Because he's the one controlling the robots.
So they get to Proto Man and Deacon. They get to their not conference or their like the election place where they announce the winner or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like the gathering place.
And then
for his supporters.
As soon as he's elected, he double crosses them like, aha! I was on Wily's side all along, and Roll and Light are like, darn, we should have listened to Mega Man, and then
they get taken captive.
They get taken captive. Mega Man comes in. He's like, I knew it. I so knew it. And he struggles to get to their secret place wherever it is this time because it doesn't really say.
Well, hold on. First, they have the refights.
Oh.
Because Mega Man shows up, and then everybody but Brightman is there. So it's Electman, Needle, and Heat. And Mega Man's fighting him, and he's still scrambled, so he keeps getting knocked around.
Yeah.
I think Proto Man retreated at this point. Like I don't think he was there for this.
No, I don't think so. I think he'd already gone to take. I guess.
I think he took the prisoners. Yeah, he took all the prisoners.
Yeah.
But during this refight, it's 3-on-1, and then Mega Man's like, oh crap, and
I'm all janky.
Yeah, but
I can't control it, so he
knocks over this thing. It's like.
Well, he jumps up.
He jumps up, and then somehow this vat of wax. I guess we're guessing it's wax.
Yes, we're guessing it's wax, but then later it turns into acid. We'll explain later.
Yeah, we'll get there. But Yeah, like the wax falls on the 3 robot masters.
And they're like, oh no. Like,
yeah, they get all hardened.
Oh, snap, what's going to happen?
Yeah, they just get, like
ice.
Yeah, they get, hardened and wax. And I was like, okay, now Mega Man's gonna copy Needleman, because he just walks right up to him, and he just kind of basically just, like, slaps him on the head. He's like, it's the best you've looked all day.
Oh, wait,
There was no weapon copy.
Yeah, he didn't copy anybody's weapon.
Not a single one. I figured...
Missed opportunity.
I figured, like, maybe Proto Man would've, to kind of show that he's, a good guy.
Or at least Heat Man. I mean, well, no. I mean, did he copy is Fireman?
He copies Fireman in the opening to the show, so... I don't know if that counts.
I guess he didn't want the same power or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird. I think this might be the only episode without a copy.
Really?
I think so. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
This is the first one we've seen without a copy.
Yeah, so he turns the 3 Robot Masters into wax. Robot Masters of the Week. into wax. And then later he finds... Governor Deacon, Light, Roll, and Rush up above this like
it's like the
thing in a cage, and they're like, "Oh no, it's acid!"
Yeah, it's like a vat of acid / wax,
and it's the same color as the wax in the scene before, and we were like, "What the hell?" Like I'm confused. Is this wax or is this acid? And then something falls into it, doesn't it?
No, it spills later, and it starts melting stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely acidic in some way.
Yeah, but it's the same. Yeah,
it's the same color. It looks exactly the same.
Exact color.
It's in the same container. Like I wouldn't want to work there because that's like OSHA should be all over that.
Yeah, they should.
But yeah, Mega Man like almost falls into the acid, but he's got himself secured by a rope.
That was smart thinking of him. Like he's like, I'm gonna save you guys, and. You see he has like a rope immediately around his waist, like he was anticipating himself to fail, and then, he catches himself.
Yeah, he falls, and then he lands, like, level with Dr. Light, and he's like... Oh, because Proto Man told him earlier...
Yeah.
What was
fight,
wrong.
He said,
oh, hold on, yeah, we need to take a step back before
rewind,
this.
Guys. We got too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, Mega Man he pretty much gets floored.
Like, just before he waxes the robot masters.
I thought it was right after.
You think
I thought it was at some point. But Proto Man is fighting Mega Man.
No, yeah, I think it's before, because I remember Electman, he shoots him.
Oh yeah, he's the one that knocked him to the ground.
Yeah.
But then Proto Man's like, you could just join us, and everything will be fine. Mega Man's like, I'm not gonna do that. So Proto Man's like, fine, and he shoots him, like he just like a direct shot. And when Proto Man walks away, he looks like he didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like he kind of was like, what am I doing? Like he had that sort of look on his face.
And then he tells him,
right? Yeah, and then he was like, the reason you're messed up is because I put this scrambler chip in you. And then Mega Man's like, so that's what's wrong. Anyway, fast forward back to when he's talking to Light, and he's like, Proto Man told me that he put this scrambler chip in me. And Light is like, oh, now I know what to look for. And then he finds it, and then, boom, they get rid of it. Mega Man's all fixed, and he swings on the rope and kicks the cage, and then shoots the chain that's holding the cage up.
Very risky.
So then the momentum of it carried it off, but it just barely made it. And then the cage lands and explodes, and like Rush falls into a million pieces. And you see Roll just carrying Light and Deacon just on her shoulders.
Just like nothing.
Like Super Muscle Man.
Like, oh my god, Roll. She really is one of the strongest characters.
No, she's the strongest character. But, before that, when Mega Man comes into the room, it's that famous Mega Man face. He's like looking around the corner, and he's like all happy. I didn't know that was this episode. I kind of forgot about it until it happened.
That's hilarious.
And then we get a really cool fight afterwards, because it's Mega Man, Roll, and Rush versus Cutman, Gutsman, and Brightman. So it's like this elaborate, three-way fight. Let's see, Roll's fighting Bright, and Cut is going against Mega Man. So Guts is against Rush. And it's just this really elaborate sort of fight. Yeah, it's not much to explain aside from it was cool.
But it was really cool. Yeah, like at first, Brightman like has what's that wrestling move where you pick up the person and you put them over your head and you look like you're gonna like
a backbreaker?
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna like backbreak her or whatever, and she's like no, and she turns her arm into a spatula and like hits him on the head, like hits him in the light bulb.
Yeah, breaks his light bulb.
And she's like, not
so bright anymore, or whatever.
Yeah, something cheesy like that, and she winks, like ting, to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rush somehow knocks Gutsman into this like Iron Maiden sort of almost like a casket.
Yeah, no, it was a mold. Oh. It was a person-shaped mold for the wax.
Oh, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, into a mold. What does he put in there?
Just Gutsman.
Just yeah.
Gutsman falls inside, and
something
then
happens. Somebody shocks the mold, and you see Gutsman coming out all like dizzy because he just got shocked or something.
Yeah, and the
Mega Man is...
Cutman throws a rolling cutter at Mega Man, and he just kicks it back, and then it cuts down the thing holding the wax / acid.
Yes.
And it falls, and then everybody's running away.
Like, oh no, crap,
yeah.
Get out of here.
And it was kind of neat to see, because Brightman was the only one that got, like, truly defeated.
Yeah.
So, Gutsman and Cutman were carrying Brightman away.
Yeah, and they get the hell out of Dodge, y'all.
Yeah, it was funny.
And then for some reason, Gutsman says, I wish I was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, no idea what he was referencing.
I have no idea what that's about, but
yeah, if you guys know, if there was something,
let us know, because that went right over our heads. Like, what's so great about Philadelphia?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been there, so I don't know if it's great or not, but
Gutsman wants to go.
Tell us in the comments why Philly is great.
Why would Gutsman specifically want to go to Philadelphia?
I guess it's because it's the home of Will Smith. I don't know. Like he was born and raised in Philly. Is that right? Yeah.
Anyway,
correct me if I'm wrong, internets.
There's this really, really, really cool but short fight between Mega Man and Proto Man.
It is the coolest fight.
It's legitimately great. Like they spill more acid everywhere. So it's like everywhere they have to stand is just dangerous.
Well, hold on, because the way they start off is they're on top of this like acid thing.
Yeah, they're on like a little
container. Bucket thing, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna fight, and then
they say no blasters.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just man to man.
And then so the thing somehow tips over because they're obviously too heavy robots for this thing, and they fall over. And
it spills the acid, and they catch the chains so they don't fall in.
Yes, and then the ground, like something spills, and the acid melts these perfectly, like stepping stones.
It's like there's just like 5 platforms in a row.
And it looks like it's not even... It's maybe like 3 or 4 feet from each other. Like Mega Man's on one, and then Proto Man's on the other side.
Yeah.
And somehow... Mega Man puts Proto Man in like a leg lock or something.
Well, like Proto Man kind of tackles him, and then they both fall over the edge. And Mega Man catches him in like a leg lock, and he's holding himself up with his arms. And then instead of letting Proto Man fall, he pulls them both up.
Yeah.
And then
look kind of sexual.
It looked extremely. Yeah. But Proto Man is like
Mega Man's been doing his leg day, legging core work.
But Proto Man's like, I could have been Melted Man, or something like that. And he's like, and Mega Man's like, you told me about the scrambler chip. Now we're even. Mm-hmm. And then
Proto Man jumps up.
Yeah, he sees the Skulker. He's like, it's time to go, and he jumps away, and he jumps through the ceiling.
But the duration, like he kind of stands there for a second, and I don't know if he's like looking at Mega Man like, thanks, bro, or if he's like kind of looking up into the sky like.
Well, he's torn between his two sides.
So so he's you really see that little anguish in that little brief moment of pause, because the Skulker is obviously still there, and you have at least maybe like 2 or 3 seconds of him just standing there.
Yeah,
and
before
then he
jumps away.
Goes into the Skulker, and episode over.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Rush at the end, for the end of the episode joke, he eats the scrambler chip, and then he's found dead a week later.
Oh my god.
Mega Man 6 is a different Rush. But for real, it seems like they're building towards something. Like, it feels like there would have been a redemption arc in season 3.
Yeah.
Because, like, when it was when, you know, Proto had to shoot Mega Man, and he was like, you know, it feels like they were building towards something, and I want to see what the plan was, but we'll never get to know.
I just want to see, like, a remade, like, maybe not like this cheesy 90s thing, but just like a remade little anime or something.
I don't know. I mean, I think this is kind of like a sort of lightning in a bottle.
You think so?
Yeah, it's because it's the cast and it's
stay there forever.
And it's the, you know, the time that it was made. It's something like this could never be made again. So just getting canceled before season 3 was big bummer.
Sad.
Yeah. Well, ended on a sad note, but it was a really, really good episode. Yes. It looked great, like, all the way through. There were a few, like, little quirks.
Yeah.
But overall, for the quality of a few episodes that we've seen, this one looked great.
Yeah, it looked really good. Minus the Bratz doll eyes and, like, the really huge head to body when Mega Man is like, "Hey guys, I found you!"
He was so happy.
Like, it looked like gnome happy, but crazy, you know, crazy gnome. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Like, he just got out of, like, getting his favorite snack. He's like, "Oh boy!" You know.
Yeah. But yeah, this episode
highly
recommended.
Yeah, if you like Proto Man as much as I do.
I think anybody.
Yeah.
If you like Mega Man, like, would like this episode. It's really good.
This is a favorite.
Yeah, top 5, definitely.
At least because I like Proto Man.
You love the Proto.
If I could be Proto Man, I would be.
I'd feel really weird about our marriage. But yeah, watch this episode and watch Lack of Social Awareness Mega Man.
Do it.
And then join us tomorrow. And have a good night.
See you later, Veronica Mars.
She's written so real.